you're trying to sell into the real estate community, there's a few things you have to understand. Like, there's a lot of vendors who fail and they don't know how to earn people's trust in the industry. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is kind of where that gap is happening and then a little bit around how you can fix it. Because, like, there's a really important thing to understand when you're trying to sell into the real estate community with realtors and brokerages. It's that they are the most pitched group in the world. Like, their salary, their commission is in the news. Like, people talk about it all the time about how much realtors make, even though, like, yes, there's a small percent that make a lot of money. There's also a lot who don't. Like, but their salary, or like what they make in commission, is publicly available for the most part. Everyone hears all this talk about what they make. Their contact info is public. So it's actually really easy. And like, we see agents every week, hell, every day, getting pitched relentlessly. Like, we have access to a lot of agents' accounts. And so we see these pitch coming in, and like, there's people who pretend to be consumers just to finally get a conversation with someone. Like, they just kind of try to come in through these backhanded ways, and it doesn't work. Like, they are relentlessly bombarded with these pitches, and every pitch promises to be game changing. I've now been in the industry about 13 years, in a lot of different roles, from agent myself, working at a brand's head office, to like marketing agency owner. I bought Real Estate Magazine. We've done consulting, speaking. Like, I have been in almost every type of room in this industry, and I've heard all these pitches, and almost all the new people come in with this game-changing thing. I, in that time, have maybe seen like 2 things that have been game-changing. Like, e-signatures, that's legitimately game-changing for a lot of realtors. Like, I know agents who saved so much time because they were spending hours a week driving around collecting signatures. They didn't have to do that anymore. AI has been game changing. Social media for some has been game changing. But like, outside of that, there's not a lot that I would actually classify for most as a game changing tool. So stop calling it game changing unless it actually is. If you're not sure, ask if what you have in the comments is, and I will tell you that it's probably not. But if it actually is, I will also tell you, and then I'll probably want to get in touch with you. The other thing you got to stop telling them is just one deal a year pays for this. Like, that pitch is the most used pitch of like, oh no, don't worry, just one deal a year will pay for this. But you know what? It's probably true, because one deal will pay for it if they can get an extra deal from it. But what if the time invested to implement this cost them 2 deals because they could have been spending that time over here doing this thing over here? So you're not just pitching the fact that this could make an ROI, it's the potential gap that it's causing over here by having them focused on your thing instead of what they should be doing. So get rid of that. And if something breaks, it's their problem with the client. Like, the client doesn't care that something's not working perfectly. So some people try to like rush to market with this MVP that has all these bugs that tries to get the agent to work around. Like, I've seen vendors who are just like, oh no, they'll just have to adapt their business to this for a while. But like, no, like, you have to adapt to their business because they can't afford those screw ups. Because like, especially in like hot markets and things like where it's high stress environment with people's emotions, things need to work properly. And you'd be surprised at how many times people come in with these products that are like almost there, but not quite. And there's some ways that, like, if you're going to sell, you need to understand too, which is just saying my niche is realtors. Like, I've built this tool, I'm going to realtors. Well, within that, there's a lot of different segments. Like, realtors isn't really a niche. It's within realtors. Okay, are you going after teams? Are you going after solo agents? Are you going after part-time agents? Are you going after brokerages? Like, which of these groups are you going after? Are you going after the brands? Like, there's so many different things you need to understand within that, because all their problems are different, right? Like, some people have essentially solved the marketing thing. Others have no idea how their clients are going to come to them. Some, maybe their problem is more conversion. Sometimes it's actually how to manage people on their team so they can scale. Others, it's like, how do I give my clients really good service? Like there's all these things depending on the group you're going after. That is their key problem. And if you're trying to come at them and treat them all the same, like the amount of difference in businesses is insane because so many people come into the industry with such different experience. Like you have retired teachers getting into the industry. You have 20-year-olds joining the industry who have never done anything before and end up being great realtors. But like that's like, then you have other people who come from like a, you know, serious business background for 30 years who are just kind of doing this in retirement for fun. You have all these different groups that just come in and they have these different experiences and they're going to approach it different ways. And the great thing about real estate is that like you can come in with no experience and just hustle and you can get a decent income with no other knowledge just by having great relationships with people and working them and becoming knowledgeable about real estate. But you have to know, are these people who are kind of just like scraping by? Are you going after the group that kind of has it established but doesn't have a big one? Or are they people who like have a really nice lifestyle business but have no desire to grow? Is it team leaders trying to become the top team in the city, town, province, world? Like where are they? What are they trying to do? And most people don't. And then on the brokerage side, like typically a lot of people just assume because, oh, it's the brokerage where all the agents are at, they have the most money, I'm going to sell to them. Well, brokerages are also a lot tighter margins than even like agents. Often like the top agents at a brokerage will usually take home more money than the broker owners. So like broker owners, if it doesn't help them with recruiting or retention or improving their profitability, it's not going to work because that's what they're struggling with. And so you have to nail down on those. And you want to focus when you're selling to agents on the outcome they're getting, right? So a lot of people feature like, oh, I got this feature, I got this feature. No, like focus on the outcome. And we've tested this, especially with REM. Like as you can imagine, over the years with Real Estate Magazine, we've put a ton of vendor pitches in front. And I can tell you every time, the ones that are the most successful are case studies. Like if you can just say, hey, here's an agent who used this, here's the result they got, go with it. Like we work with this one vendor and basically like their pitch had been falling on flat ears and they finally allowed me to kind of do what I wanted to do. And so I actually took one of their clients who's kind of the ones who use the product the most, got on a call, interviewed them about how they use the product, where it helped their business. And then we basically created a case study of how X agent gets Y result using this product. And it was an interview showing it. And we took that, put it in the newsletter, put it on the website, and we showed it to them. And that, like, I remember it was like 24 hours after it went live, basically got an email from the vendor being like, that was a grand slam. My phone's been ringing off the hook ever since. Like, you can get there, but you need to show that proof. And that's a big thing that happens in the industry is because they're bombarded with so many pitches all the time, they look to who's successful in getting results with something, and then I'm just going to do that, right? Like I always use the example when I was getting started with the marketing agency, I started working with this client who sold about 500 homes a year. And he was like, if we're going to work together, we have to be exclusive because anything I ever do, as soon as people find out what I'm using, they all go buy it too. Now, the funny part of that is what he said next, which is nothing we've ever tried online has worked before. But just because people see a top producer using something successfully, they go and buy it. So if you want to sell successfully to agents, you got to get results. You got to get results with people who are kind of at the top, because once people see that group getting results, that's when that kind of tipping point happens and they all rush to try it. So find top producers, build a relationship with them, help them get results by any means necessary, and then document those results and show it to people. That will work every time. And we've seen it again and again. So if you want to kind of learn more about how to sell to realtors and the brokerage community, work better within the industry, how to improve your messaging and all that, follow this channel, like and subscribe to it. We're going to spend time kind of dissecting what we're seeing, what's working. I'm going to share examples of ads in REM that have worked, maybe ones that haven't worked, where they've kind of fallen short, messaging that works, all that fun stuff. Any challenges you're having as a vendor kind of in the industry and you want to get help, comment. I'm happy to do it, or you can reach out to me directly, andrew@realestatemagazine.ca. You can also go DM me on Instagram. I'll answer either. But I want to use this channel to kind of help everyone do better marketing to the industry and build more trust with realtors and genuine relationships. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, subscribe to this channel, because that's what we're going to be about going forward. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this.